Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager at the Swoodilypoopers, and as you can see, I have brought out as many gingers as I can to try to reverse our fortunes. I mean, that last game was devastating. I don't think anybody had a good time watching it. I know that I didn't have a good time playing it. That's a good-looking ginger. So we're starting. We're not starting Andy Rooney, who is a ginger, but he is on the bench, so he can't start. Who do they have? Taylor. He's got a nice red. Look at that. I think Ginger Rampage is our captain today. We've also got our right back is a guy named Awesome Dawson, and he's a ginger. He's 53 skill level, but there's no way that you can calculate for the value of red hair. Asked me if I paid $200,000 for him. I did. It's possible that I didn't make the smartest transfer moves, and maybe that's why we are not as good as I would like. Also, we have John Green and Leroy Williamson up front. They're finishers, known finishers. So in the back we've got Smith, McShane, and Ginger Rampage, all gingers. Then we've got Awesome Dawson playing right midfield. He's a ginger. And then coming on sometime in the second half, hopefully, we'll have Andy Rooney. So, I mean, that's almost 50% gingers in terms of my starting lineup. I really think that should help us turn the tide today against Millwall. One of the very few teams in English professional soccer I genuinely dislike. So, I hope we win. Oh, almost a perfect start, but instead, a corner kick, which is also good. I like corner kicks. What am I talking about today, Meredith? I'm talking about my YouTube friends. I want to talk about how nice people are in real life. Not just my YouTube friends, but also my other people I know who are quote-unquote famous. Or like how normal people are. More than nice, maybe. How much they are like you would expect them to be once you have a normal kind of like standard relationship with them. So one of the weird things about being friends with someone whose work that you like is that sometimes that can sort of muddy the water of your friendship, so that you always feel a level of intimidation or lack of comfort or whatever with them with their work. Or hanging out with them, because you're always thinking like, this is like when I hang out with the John Darnielle from the Mountain Goats, or I get an email from him or something. He's my friend, and I think like, this is the man who wrote many of my favorite songs, and it's very weird to be talking to him over email, and he has totally normal concerns about having a child just like I do, but he's John Darnielle. It's so freaking weird. But if and when you get past that in your relationship with someone, that was Wordsworth, I have to say, is having a really tough time adjusting to Swindon. Oh, God. There we go. Swindon's skill level. He just doesn't seem to be all the way there, and it may be necessary to bring on someone like a we call him Bob type character. But, obviously we're still struggling. So I think it's the reminder in all of this is that everyone, get it, put it down and finish. Everything about that was perfect until the end. I really liked, I liked that we're even capable of that as a club, though. That's very encouraging. And we're capable of this? Not enough. Almost enough. They turn out to be totally normal, regular people, and in both good ways and bad. So, like, the people who you would think are very nice are usually very nice, and the people who you would think are like complicated or difficult are usually complicated or difficult. We're offside, but maybe they won't call it. They did. So I have been really lucky to become friends with many people whose work I also enjoy in like a fan capacity or whatever. But there are lots of other people who I just kind of want to stay a fan of, who I don't need to become friends with, but who are still very nice in real life. So anyway, I was going to talk about my YouTube friends. That was a fantastic tackle, by the way. I don't know if you got to enjoy that, but it was just what is called a crunching legal tackle. There's another great tackle. There we go. Here comes Swindon. No, yes. No. It's so frustrating. Just can't seem to stay on the ball for very long. This is a problematic situation. Everything worked out better than expected. But you've got to say, we haven't been playing great football here. For instance, Hannah Hart, who I don't want to brag, but I was like her. I was one of her first 1,000 subscribers, I think, who makes My Drunk Kitchen, is a friend of mine and just a really, really nice person. Hannah's someone who, is so good with her. Oh, Leroy Williamson! Leroy Williamson scores occasionally. Leroy Williamson, he scores occasionally. Also true in his personal life. Great goal. Heroic goal, I would say, from a team that desperately needed some production out of the big LW. And he said, put the weight of this club on my shoulders because I can bear it. The man who eats, breathes, and sleeps football, showing how he became such a hero to the Swindon faithful. Oh, and then other John Green. Oh, awesome. Dawson was set up for his first ever and possibly last ever, since his skill level was 53, Swindon goal, and frankly, he did not even come close. Hannah Hart's super nice. Craig Benzine, Wheezy Waiter is really nice, and also, really, really talented people like Craig and Hannah don't turn it off. So, both those two people are people who, whenever I hang out with them, I'm just like, what would it be like to have that many good ideas, or like be able to think of that many jokes in quick succession? Because particularly for Wheezy, because he makes a video every day. If you're not familiar with this channel, by the way, to go to youtube.com/WheezyWaiter. He's made probably 1,000 videos at this point, or nearly 1,000. And, it's just a stunning, astonishing array of content. And it's really, really amazing. But he's able to do that because that's how his brain works. Like, he can generate ideas that fast, which makes it really fun to have a conversation with him. Anyway. He's nice. And I think in general, the people who, the YouTube people I like the most are the people who do kind of, or just who I enjoy hanging out with the most, or like I've gotten to know the best over the years, are the people who are similar to us in that they're most concerned with community and with like their relationship with their audiences and that's that kind of thing. Like I'm a big fan of Michael Buckley. Oh, God. Oh, Green Eggs at Fotheringham. That would have been a great time to hit the X button. What? Oh, you got a yellow card for being naughty, Mr. Trotter. I don't know what you did. Oh, that was naughty. That was me. You stamped on my foot. Hurt my feelings. It's a great-looking ginger, though. It's got a beautiful head of hair. That's a little bit ambitious there from Green Eggs and Fotheringham. I think what really, Michael Buckley, who is just, so sweet and kind to his audience. Like, you watch his videos and you think like, oh, these are sort of like filthy videos about celebrity. But then his relationship with his audience is so genuine and generous, and he's so good with them. He's someone whose work I admire a lot. And also Philip DeFranco, who is the same way, and Daily Grace, who is like that as well. We're bringing on Collins, and I just want to give Collins a couple chances. Wordsworth has not had a good game. I think it's time for We Call Him Bob, and I also think it's time to take off Bostock. So Leroy Williamson's going to come off. He's gotten his goal. He's contributed to the club. He's shown his courage, his fire, his unwillingness to let us descend into the mid-table of the championship. And now it's time for Collins to show us that same level of courage. You can do it, sir. I believe in you. Maybe it's because he doesn't have a good nickname. And he can't really get a good nickname because I'm filming this so far in the past that I rely upon supporters to come up with all the clever stuff. I'm the brain. I'm the brawn of the operation. Come on. Oh, that was almost brilliant, but then it wasn't. Like so many things in life that are almost great. Oh, terrible work. And then I really admire my brother for much the same reason, because of his relationship with his audience and the way that he's developed that over the years and how seriously he takes it. I guess I like people who take their audiences really seriously. Those tend to be the people I'm personally closest to. Oh! Oh! How does that happen to a finisher? How could that happen when he's such a finisher? Oh, man. I liked everything up until the last second of that. It was really, really good. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But there, basically, I think most of the people. Oh no! Green Eggs and Fotheringham. Yes. I mean, if it were not for Green Eggs and Fotheringham, where would this club be? Pause and think for a moment where we would be without our ensign, Wesley Crusher Fotheringham. He is just the absolute leader of our club. I have such admiration for him. He's a hero. I hope he never buys a drink and. Oh, that's a foul! I have been wrongly hurt, and the bad thing has happened, and the referee won't stand up for me, Mommy! Sorry, I'm angry. That was very unfair. That was also unfair. There's quite a bit of cheating going on here. And now I have a guy who's down, and he looks like he might be genuine. Oh, what is this? I was literally hugged from behind. That's how you tackle. Ginger Rampage showing you what class is. Don't tell me Ginger Rampage isn't worth $1 million. It's worth $10 million. Great move there from Collins. Oh, no, that was Merrick, I guess, or someone. I don't know who that was. Come on. Collins to John Green. It's a goal. Oh, you beauty. Oh, he's big. He's tough. He has a brilliant puff. Other John Green. I mean, that was a great cross. You know what? Full credit. I've been mean to the guy, but that was a fantastic cross. And then John Green showed his class, showed his love for his husband, showed his love for Swindon Town, and scored a fantastic goal. I've got to come up with a celebration other than that that thing where I just do that one thing though. I gotta invent a second celebration. Yeah. So I think a lot of us don't experience that, because don't experience personal relationships with people we admire, because you can never get past the reality the like, oh my gosh, this is X. But I think you kind of have to have faith that ultimately they are the people you want them to be. Oh! Collins off the post! Oh, I kind of want that for him. I know that would be great for his sense of self. But you know what? I'm coming around to you, sir. There we go. Let's have some hugs. Let's hug it. Look at that red hair. We call him Bob, coming off the pitch. Oh, disappointed keeper for Millwall. A 2-0 victory, and the Swoodilypoopers have righted the ship. Written the ship? Right. Thanks for watching. Best wishes.